People will imply that if you just carry yourself a certain way, dress a certain way, and act a certain way, that you will never, ever be a victim of violence. I know that's not true, and that's one reason why I study the martial arts.
And while they were here, they always wore masks.
Just get the damn vaccine.
And these officers need to be fired.
Yeah, let me add on that. Look, guys, she was a software engineer. Now, it doesn't matter what she is. She didn't do anything wrong, and nobody deserves that, no matter what their job is. But I tell you that because, unfortunately, in this country, we have to humanize minorities. Otherwise, people don't treat them that way. First thing that a lot of folks ask is, oh, what were they up to? They were up to switching drivers.
Like what, switching drivers?
Like that. But the cops, look, what Rashad said is an absolute stone cold fact. The cops had already run the plates. They knew that the car was not stolen and there was no infraction at all. Now, imagine, let's take a different race, okay? Let's go Asian, okay? I partly thought that because my wife is Asian and I always try to empathize with whatever we're talking about, any situation, right? And I thought, my God, if my wife and I have switched to positions, I mean, how many times? Because we're normal human beings, right? And imagine if our kids are in the car and my wife goes to switch, and then these cops come and randomly question us. Already questioning us would be weird, but then if they said, oh, you got two different plates, oh, okay, great, no problem, we'll explain that, right? But instead of asking, they draw their guns and then they smash her onto the ground. And did you see, I mean, the part that broke my heart most, I mean, every part of it is disgusting, was when they started pulling on our hair.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that you're going to learn mystical martial arts techniques that will enable you to front kick bullets out of the air or throw them for a pawn or put a machine gun into a chokehold. And even if you were to fight back against 1, 2, even 5 officers, if you're fighting back against them, you know you're definitely going to be made to be the bad person, even if ultimately you turn out to be exonerated. That's not going to stop the short-term legal consequences. So don't think that martial arts training can do that. But it also would not be accurate if I told you that it wouldn't help you either. Because I know what it's helped me to do is be calm when, yes, I have been approached by people who've had guns drawn. And just because there's not a video of it on the internet doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It's just finally being recorded when it happens to other people, because when I was going through a lot of that stuff, that technology wasn't out. And judging from the age of the father involved in this situation, he's in his 60s. I could end up going through it again. That's something that, unfortunately, is a fact of life for a lot of us. But I'm telling you that martial arts training can help you to stay calm in those situations, and I think that could possibly contribute to your survival. It's not going to keep you 100% injury free, but it can help you to survive, and survival should be a goal of people's martial arts training, not just, you know, trophies and such. And that's not saying the trophies and such are bad either. But there is one more thing that I want to thank the Young Turks for saying, because a lot of people have been saying this for years. We just didn't have a platform to say it, and that's this.
And the other reason I bring up that she's a software engineer, her dad, by the way, worked in computer networking, is because there isn't anything you can do. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do, right? As we talked about earlier in the show, for Trayvon Martin, they found out that he had detention. I had detention dozens of times, right? And so for everyone that they assault, they then blame, right? But she couldn't have done anything more. And if you notice in the video, the part where they got super violent is when she said, "You haven't even read my rights." And so now think about that. You have rights, but if you ever dare mention them, you're gonna get assaulted worse. There's just no winning. There's no winning. How could we not empathize with that? How could you not think there, but for the grace of God go I, or my wife, or my sister, or my mother? And this is a thing that you see maybe once here, but it happens over and over again. And thank God for those cameras, because they lied through and through in that report. And once you see the video,
And it's something that happens a lot. And it's something that we're going to have to deal with until we can change the way things are. Martial arts have been a tool for people to fight back against oppression for ever since they've been created. That's why sometimes, believe it or not, martial arts training has been outlawed. Look up the history of martial arts and see how they've been used to help people. And if you would like to take martial arts lessons from me, go to the About tab section of this video. And also, if you're a praying person, please pray for the woman and her father and her children and niece that were accosted by bad cops. Well, more than accosted, assaulted by bad cops because the drivers pulled over on the side of the road and just wanted to switch places. Do some Googling, and I'll put some links below this video. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people that like to talk about the martial arts in peace. And as always, thank you for your time.